writing it now. So if you are going to look at the question over here, two discs of the same moment of inertia rotating about their regular axis passing through the center and perpendicular to the plane of the disc. So we are going to have two discs. We are going to have two discs over here. Both the discs are going to rotate about their perpendicular axis. The perpendicular axis is going to be perpendicular to the plane of the axis. I have drawn the plane of the axis in a blue color over here. Now I am drawing the axis about which these objects are going to, these discs are going to rotate in the red color. You could able to see. So initially in the case what they have given here is nothing but it is going to, they didn't give the direction, so I'm just drawing the direction which means for me. So it's going to have the velocity of omega 1 and it's going to have a rotational velocity of, that is angular velocity of omega 2. Both of them are going to be rotating like this. So let us write they are talking about the moment of inertia over here, and they said that both of them are going to have the same moment of inertia I. Okay, and when we are coming for the second part, the what is happening is nothing but this disc is going to get move and it's going to sit on this, coincide with this system. So as a result of it, what is going to happen over here? We are going to have both of them as a combined system over here. So after this part, that is the second part, when it is going to happen, what we are going to have here is nothing but the system which is going to move with the single velocity, that is it won't have omega 2 associated with that. So first one I'm drawing separately, let it be there itself. And for this is before case 1, before that. Now we are going to take it for after. Both of them are going to get coincide. So when both of them are going to coincide, one is going to be in red color I'm taking, the other one is going to be in blue color I'm taking. Both the system, the color variation should be visible, so that I have drawn it like this. So but both of them will exactly coincide on each other and they are going to rotate about the same center of axis. Initially both of them had the same angular velocity, moment of inertia. Now as both the systems coincide with each other, their angular velocity will also be same, that is they are going to move with the angular velocity of omega. They are asking us to find the loss in energy during this process. When they are going to rotate separately, they will have higher energy. When they are going to combine with each other, energy will be reduced or increased. It's becoming a massive system, so energy will be increased. I'm asking you to take 1 kg of stone and I'm asking you to rotate, that is go for a round. At the time you will be moving faster with high energy, or I'm giving you 10 kg of stone in your hand and I'm asking you to go for a round. So second system is like 10 kg system. So you will be moving slow. That means that you are going to lose your energy. In the first system is like 1 kg system. So you will be moving faster. That is what they are asking. So initially it's going to have a higher energy. Finally it's going to lose its energy. What is that change in energy? That is what they are asking us to find in the question. First of all, have you understood the question?
Yes, ma'am.
If you done with that, then what we are going to do is, they are talking about energy and they have given us the moment of inertia and velocity. So let us write about the momentum over here. We know the momentum formula. Angular momentum L will be given by the formula I omega. So when I'm trying to write the angular momentum for the first case, initial case, when I'm trying to do it, the angular momentum will be given by the formula. For the first one, what will be the angular momentum? So I'm writing the total angular momentum for the before case. So it will be I omega 1 plus I omega 2. This is for before case. Yeah. And I am trying to write it for the total angular momentum after both the systems are going to get coincide with each other. That is after case I'm trying to write it. So the angular momentum will be given by I is same and omega is also going to be same for them, right? So according to conservation of momentum, the initial momentum must be equal to final momentum. So what is the initial momentum over here? I omega 1 plus I omega 2. Final momentum is going to be, see, it is going to be of two systems, right? For the first system I omega, second system also I omega. So I omega plus I omega is going to give you 2I omega. So when I'm writing the final momentum, that will be given by 2I omega. If you are going to look at it, all the sides you are going to have the omega over here, sorry, I over here. So all the sides, what is the I you are going to have? They will get cancelled. So omega 1 plus omega 2 is equal to 2 omega. Then omega is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 divided by 2. Could you able to understand up to this? Now we have to find the energy. So I'm finding the Lawson energy. If you want, you need to find the initial energy and final energy. So I'm finding the initial kinetic energy. Kinetic energy will be given by the formula half mv square. Here m is going to be the moment of inertia I and v is going to be omega square. But initially you are going to have 2 omegas, right? So when you are writing it, it will be half I omega 1 square plus half I omega completed 2 square, right? Half and I are in common, so take them out. What is left over there? Omega 1 square plus omega 2 square, which is going to be your initial kinetic energy, madam. Then we have to find the final kinetic energy. Formula is same only, no doubt in that. Half I, but omega is going to be same for both of them, omega square. Now what is the value of the omega we found already over here?
Omega 1 plus omega 2.
So what we are going to do, we are going to substitute that value over here. So when you are trying to do that over here, what is the answer you are going to get? Half I omega 1 plus omega 2 divided by 2 the whole square. Omega 1 plus omega 2 the whole square is like a plus b the whole square. So we'll expand it. Then 2 what you have here will become 2 squared 4. So over here 1 2 is there, that will become 8, right? So that simplification only we will be doing now. We have written only the I over here, but it is going to be for the two discs together, right? So I plus I only we must write. I plus I is nothing but what? 2I, right? So 1 by 2 into 2I will be having, so that this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. So what is answer we are going to have over here? I by 4 into omega 1 plus omega 2 the whole square. So this is our final momentum. So now final energy. Now change in kinetic energy is nothing but what? Final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. So final kinetic energy is I divided by 4 into omega 1 square, I am expanding it, plus omega 2 square plus
2a omega 1.
2 omega 1 plus 2 omega 1 omega 2. Now this whole term got over. From this what we are going to do? Minus of, what is the initial term we have done in the previous one?
1 by 8.
What is the previous one we had here? 1 by 2, that is I by 2. So we are going to write it over here now, that, sorry, so you could able to see it here, I by 2 into omega 1 square plus omega 2 square, right? Yes. In both of them I by 2 is common, so let us take that I by 2 out. Then what you are going to have, 1 by 2 omega 1 square plus that 1 by 2 I am multiplying inside, 1 by 2 omega 2 square plus this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled, so omega 1 omega 2. Afra, could you able to understand? Yes or no, Afra?
Yes, ma'am.
And we are going to have minus omega 1 square minus omega 2 square. Now simplifying must be easy for you. So half omega 1 squared, here 1 omega squared. From minus 1 you are going to add this plus half. What is the answer you are going to have? Minus 1 plus 1 by 2. What is the answer for this?
1 by 2.
Minus 1 by 2 or plus 1 by 2?
This one minus 1 by 2.
So what is the answer you are going to have? Minus omega 1 square by 2, right?
Plus
Minus omega 2 square by 2, because in omega 2 also minus 1 omega square plus half omega square, omega 2 square. So when you are going to add both of them, you will get like this only, right? Then plus omega 1 omega 2, right? What is the next thing you could able to do? See, here 1 by 2 is there, and here 1 2 is missing. So what we can do is, let us multiply this 1 by 2 inside now. Sorry, let us multiply a minus 2 inside now. Whole term we are going to multiply a minus 2. Okay, I by 2 is here. When I am multiplying a minus 2, this will become plus 2, and the division 2 will get cancelled. So this will also become plus, the division 2 will get cancelled with the one what I am multiplying. Here minus 2 omega 1 omega 2 will be there, right? Now this is nothing but what? A squared plus b squared minus 2ab, which is nothing but a minus b the whole squared. So I divide by 2 omega 1 square minus omega 2 square, right? Which is going to be the change in kinetic energy what we are going to have, which is nothing but the change in kinetic energy what we are going to have. So this is what is the answer for us now. Got it? So this question is from which one we have done? NEET 2017 paper. From rotational dynamics we had this question. Okay.